Hey everybody, wanted to share with you this really cool experience I had swimming with the manatees up in Crystal River. Now there's only two places that you can do this, swim with the manatees. One is here in Crystal River, the other one's just a little south in Homosassa Springs. So it's a really cool experience. I did this with the homeschool group through work. Yep, I got paid to do this. Perk of the job. And what they did is they took us to a spring within the Crystal River area, and it was very shallow, so the water at first was murky. Everybody got in the water. There were like 42 of us kicking it up, but everybody settled down. Then you got good visibility. You saw the needlefish, and here's a school of mullets that were swimming by. So a lot of mullet there, and also I saw some a lot of snapper and sheep's head, things like that, swimming around here. Now the manatee are here for one reason, and that is warm water. So manatee look like they've got a lot of blubber on them. Here's a couple manatee hanging out here, and they don't have a very thick layer of blubber at all. They're mostly muscle, and so when the water gets below 68 degrees, they are in trouble. They got to find warmer water. So that warmer water can be found in the springs in Florida rivers, and the manatee will head there in large numbers. And that's when you have an opportunity to really see a lot of manatee, almost guaranteed. Now, because of that, you have to be very careful. One of the big dangers for manatees are boats, especially during the colder months when the manatees are kind of concentrated. And swimming with the manatees is a privilege, and it's a really cool privilege, but there are a lot of rules that come along with it. Now, this little cutie here, this is a baby manatee, and this is what I'm talking about. So you cannot go up to a manatee. You can't approach them. You have to leave them be, but they'll come up to you. This little baby was super curious, kept coming up to all of us, checking us out. If they do that, then you can have an interaction as long as it's on their terms. And the cool thing is the captain, that's Captain, I believe Captain Mike there, who's filming, and he was telling us that he's been doing this since 1999, and the manatee population has like doubled in that time that he's been doing this. So this definitely is not hurting the manatee. It may be helping them because it raises awareness about manatees, hopefully builds people's appreciation for them, and makes them more eager to not only not drive fast boats through there, but also things like reduce, recycle, reuse, all those R words, that can be helpful to manatees as well. They can get into trouble just like sea turtles and all the other animals when we have our garbage in their habitat. But as you can see, these manatee were very curious. They were hanging out, coming over to us. We were basically just floating. I was trying to do my best imitation of a log, and I didn't have to go looking for them because they would just show up, and it seemed like wherever we were, the manatee would be there. They'd come over, and these three were very playful. Actually, it's a female and two males who are trying to impress her, but apparently we became props in their little dance because no matter where we were, they came over. And in the past, I've done this, and you can touch the manatees if they come up to you for an interaction, but I've done that before, so I'm good with just observing. But today they were touching me quite a bit, so I got bumped and moved and pushed around, and I was trying to give them space, but they kept coming over into my space. So that was kind of fun. And here you can see them there interacting with each other. Really, really cool experience. Everybody had fun today. It's a little intimidating the first time you get in the water with these animals. I mean, they can be 10, 12, 14, even more bigger than that. They can weigh a couple thousand pounds. I mean, they're huge. They're really big animals, and but they're also really gentle. But that can be intimidating the first time you see one. But you'll figure out real quick that these animals are not dangerous at all. They're just gentle creatures, gentle sea cows. There's the trio, the three amigos there. Now they are mammals, so they have lungs. You have to come up and take a breath. You can see them doing that. I was trying to catch one coming up and taking a breath. Here they go, swimming by. Now, like I said, this was a really cool experience. I encourage everybody to do this if you get an opportunity to. follow all those rules. You'll have to watch a video that goes over them. They're very strict, but that's good. And we had a blast. All right. Thanks for watching.